You see that there? You see how boring that looks? Nobody's there, right? Guess what? That's how boring Monday Night Raw was. It sucked. Illogical, BS booking. None of it made sense. The only part that was worth watching was Brock Lesnar's point of view and Goldberg's point of view. The rest of it sucked, and the rest of it can go exactly where Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, Michael Hayes, Road Dogg, and the rest of those idiotic freaks that work in the back and make decisions on what happens on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown on a regular basis is, as far as I'm concerned. And that is the list of Jericho. Ain't get in, man! I just had to do that because, honestly, he didn't put anybody on the list tonight. And Raw was so horrible that somebody needs to get put on the list. And Monday Night Raw can get put on the list of Jericho because Raw sucked tonight. Absolutely. Absolutely horrible. What's up, guys? This is Webby, and this is your Monday Night Raw review for November 7th, 2016. And honestly, if I wanted to, I could end this review right now because nothing happened on Raw tonight. Nothing. Nothing worth talking about. Absolutely nothing. Unless you want me to talk about Goldberg's point of view and Brock Lesnar's point of view. Because honestly, those were the two biggest exciting things that happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. And they wasn't even there live. They were on the Titantron. Goldberg talked about how he wants to be a hero for kids, just like he did in his normal promo. Oh, and by the way, I just want to point something out to you all. You all listening and watching, I just want you to pay attention to something. All those video packages that they showed of Goldberg during when he was talking of WCW and him beating Hollywood Hulk Hogan, all that stuff, pay real close attention to those. If you have this on DVR, Raw on DVR, go back and pay close attention to those because that was when Raw was actually worth watching. That was when Raw was exciting. That was when Raw, you went to school, and if you missed it, you know, you were the oddball out. You were a freak for not watching wrestling back then. Now, it's like watching paint dry. We have to sit through 3 hours of boredom. We have to sit through a Braun Strowman promo. I'm on the Strowman team. Blah! In other words, he sucks at wrestling. That's what that means. Not only that, speaking of sucks, all the tag teams were out in the ring at the same time. Talk about one long, drawn-out, boring promo. Illogical. They all made fun of each other. They made fun of the crowd. We got to listen to hear about Sheamus is a chicken, is the Red Rooster. Old gimmicks from the 1980s. We got to listen to all this crap. Then we got to listen to the New Day come out, and they strung out the promo even longer. On and on and on. And then eventually, to even sit and watch paint dry even more, we saw Anderson and Gallows say that they're going to turn their back on the tag teams, once they get a chance, does anybody give two craps? No! Absolutely not! Thank you that I had a friend here. That's all I can say. Because if not, I wouldn't have been able to watch this show tonight. And thankfully, we DVR'd it and I was able to fast forward through this crap. Absolutely. Next week, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg's going to be on there. So hopefully it will be better. Stephanie announces all the team members. Announces there's going to be a fatal 5-way tonight. And also announces that Seth Rollins is the 5th man. Whoop-de-doo. We all knew this was going to happen. And they all come out. And they make fun of each other. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, they talk about how they're the team captains. And Seth Rollins gets tired of it and punches Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens in the face. They brawl. And then Braun Strowman acts like he's just so dominant. WWE has to act like he's a god. And beats everybody up. Ugh! No one wants to see this crap. Noam Dar and Brian Kendrick versus Rich Swann and Sin Cara. And Rich Swann and Sin Cara pick up the victory. Rich Swann will be the next #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, hands down. Brian Kendrick, ever since he won the Cruiserweight Championship, he has been getting beaten. This is stupid. It sucks. It's illogical. WWE has a tendency, especially on Raw, to have their champions get beat all the time on Raw. Absolutely stupid. Twice tonight. Now, I don't have a problem with New Day getting beaten because they win every single pay-per-view and they need to lose their tag titles. But Brian Kendrick just got the stinking Cruiserweight Championship. Give me a break. What do you want to do? Bury this guy? I understand you're trying to get Rich Swann as the next #1 contender, but give me a break. Whatever. Gallows and Anderson versus the New Day. Gallows and Anderson win. Whoop-de-doo. Does anybody care? No! R-Truth and Goldust versus the Shining Stars. Does anybody care? No! But R-Truth and Goldust win. Just so you all know. All the women get in the ring. And they get introduced. Does anybody really care about this? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some of you out there that do. So for those of you that do, okay, Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox are the last two teammates. That's it. That's what all this is. That's what it all boiled down to. Then they had a tag team match. Whoop-de-doo. Sami Zayn versus Rusev. Zayn wins. Thank you, WWE. I never would have thought I would be cheering WWE for having Sami Zayn win. However, I did not want to see Rusev versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship at the Survivor Series. We saw that feud so much drawn out. Last year, it was sickening. So Zayn versus Ziggler should be a pretty good matchup. And of course, that horrible ending to that main event. Of course, Chris Jericho would take the fall and take the pin because it doesn't matter how many times he gets pinned anymore. He is by far always going to be over. So he gets beat up a lot. The whole pedigree and then Superman punch and Roman Reigns flies out of the ring. Whatever. All I know is thank God we didn't have to watch Braun Strowman wrestle that much. That's number one. And number two, Kevin Owens, I guess, didn't get buried tonight, but whatever. That's your Monday Night Raw. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. Catch me tomorrow for SmackDown Live review. Until I see you again, catch you on the other side.